Hey Sagittarius, long time no see. This is a new series that Spirit is having me do. It's interesting. I did a couple readings already, Capricorn and Taurus. I'm doing it in the order that Spirit is giving it to me, and this is the third Sagittarius. So this is how to say goodbye. Now, I think the reason for this is because there's so much energy right now of endings and new beginnings, and there is a distinct group of energy connected to a distinct group of people who are having a really hard time letting go and moving on. So let's clear the energy. Okay, as I cut your deck, on top of the Morgan Greer deck, we have 3 of Swords, which is intense heartbreak, and on the top of the deck that I created myself, we have Vision Quest. So that's pretty monumental there. It shows that this intense heartbreak, if you have went through this, it was to break your heart open and break your chakras open, essentially opening up your crown chakra and bringing you into a higher level of ascension. No pain, no gain, basically. So it is being used for your benefit to the greatest degree. That's what those energies are implying. Alright, let's see what we have here. Hopefully the lighting is okay. It's early afternoon, so it's pretty sunny. It's not as sunny as it was earlier, but got a good amount of sunlight coming in here, but it's not super bright. Okay. These are pretty powerful cards, Sagittarius. These are pretty powerful cards here. So we have Queen of Wands, which is you, front and center, Sagittarius. Dun, dun, dun. That is what I'm talking about, okay? Sagittarius in the house. Next card is Ace of Swords. And the last card that came out is the Death card, Scorpio. On the bottom of the deck is another major arcana, the Chariot. That is the energy of Cancer. So, how to say goodbye. This is a major goodbye. So if you are having a difficult time with this, it's understandable. This could be the passing of a loved one. This could be literal death. But this is a huge, transformation. This is a very deep transformation, something that will change you at your very core. And you might sense this. You might sense that this is a really big transformation, and that Spirit is trying to push you forward in a major way. Because these are leaps and bounds. With the Death and the Chariot card, these are really, really huge, huge movements. This isn't just, I bought a new house. This is like, I'm a new motherfucking person. Like, I look at everything differently. This is a very deep transformation. Like, I'm gonna move to another country. You know, if it's a physical thing. Like, I've been married to the same person for 20 years, and I'm about to get a divorce. Like, this is a really big deal. These are really major changes. So, the first thing I'm hearing is to have a funeral. Is to literally have a funeral for whatever this is that you are struggling with breaking away from, saying goodbye to. Have a literal funeral in your house. However you want to do it. Make it as big as you want. Make it, you know, figurative. Use pictures. Invite motherfuckers to come over and cook. I mean, do it however you want to do it. Have a literal funeral. Go through, sorry, this smoke, it's like attacking my face. Go through the steps however it's necessary of an actual sending off. Like, you know, you could do it Viking style, like make a little ship and put shit in it that symbolizes whatever this thing is. Set it on fire and set that bitch out to sea. There's energy coming through here about needing to do something that is symbolic, that is on the physical realm, to help you begin the release process. There's grieving here that needs to be done. And I think that there, it's like, this is the first time this has happened with the incense. It's literally attacking my face. So I feel like you're trying to avoid this. You're like dodging and weaving, but it's like coming at you, and you don't know how to deal with it. And I feel like those are the, that's spirit. I feel like that's spirit coming at you, and you don't know how to deal with it. It's too much. You're like, I can't breathe. I can't get out of the way of this. It's too much. It's like spirit is trying to like break you down to your knees. And that's on purpose. Because spirit's trying to move you into a totally different realm. So how to say goodbye. This is the ultimate truth. And since the Queen of Wands came up first, I feel like I said, not only do you have to do something physical, but I also feel that it's important for you to say something. There is something here that is deep within you. This is deep. This goes deep. It could be something that you have held on to your whole life. Something that you've wanted to say to someone specifically. A parent, a guardian, a wife, a husband, maybe God, maybe yourself. There's something that is there is a song inside of you that needs to be sung, is how I'm hearing it. Like, there is something that needs to come out of you. And the process of that will look different for different people. You might literally have to call someone up and have a conversation with them. You might have to write a song. You might have to make a vlog. You might have to make a video. You might have to sit down and write it out in a journal. But there is some sort of truth, some message that needs to come out of you. It's like a boulder, and it's sitting in between your throat and your heart chakra. Sort of where her pen here is. It's like a boulder. It's sitting there. Whatever this is, whatever this message is, whatever this truth is that is yours, it's blocking you. So that needs to come out, so that you can see yourself more clearly. And once that is expressed, that will trigger this transformation. And again, I feel like you know this. There's some part of you that is sensing that there is a major change on the horizon for you, and I think it scares the shit out of you. Because Sagittarius love change, but I don't know what else you got in your chart, for one thing. You could have, a lot of some other type of sign that is making it difficult for you. Just because you have Sagittarius prominent in your chart doesn't necessarily mean that you're okay with all change. There is some change that scares everybody. That's part of being alive. You can't get away from that. That's part of it. So whatever this particular change is, it's imminent. You can feel it, and it scares you. Because it feels like you're gonna lose your breath. Like it feels like it's gonna cause you to die. Like you're gonna die. Like you're gonna have a heart attack, or you're gonna faint, or it's something that feels very big. And you don't know. There's a fear of the unknown here. There's a big fear of the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen once you do this. The idea of this reading is that you're already getting spirit prompts. Spirit's already trying to guide you in a certain direction, but you're not doing it. You're not saying goodbye to whatever the thing is. You're not going towards whatever the thing is because you're afraid. And here there's a great fear of the unknown. And I think that's wrapped up in the knowing that you have that once you do whatever this thing is, there could be not only huge change, but rapid change. It's like you can feel it. Maybe that's what you're afraid of, that things are going to change so fast and you're not going to get a choice. Or it feels like maybe you're afraid of being seen. You're afraid of someone knowing who you are. If this is like you are in love with someone and they don't know it, you're afraid of them knowing that you love them. If it's that you don't love someone, you're afraid of them knowing that you don't love them. Whatever this piece of information is that needs to be shared, you're afraid of the recipient having this knowledge. And I think it's a fear of vulnerability, but it's also a fear of this great change. Like, if they know this, what the fuck is going to happen? It's like you are afraid that you're all of a sudden not going to have control over your own life anymore. But that's not true. You're always going to have free will. Things might change, yes. And things might change in a way that changes everything. But even if you find yourself on the other side of this great change, you're still going to be you. It's still going to be this present moment. And you're still going to have footing. You're still going to have free will. You can still say no. You can still say yes. You might be different. It might change you. But this change is for the good. Changing the truth, or sharing the truth, and letting your truth change you, or change your atmosphere, or change others can only bring about positive change. Even if it doesn't feel positive in the moment, it's still a positive change because it's the motherfucking truth. But it's not like you're gonna die. You might, I mean, I don't know. Everybody dies. But I don't think this is saying you're gonna die. It's saying that parts of you may die. You may transform into something better. And so there could also be a fear of responsibility. Well, if I'm better, then will people expect better of me? Well, probably. But you'll be able to deliver better. It's not like they're going to be requiring something of you that you can't give, because you're not going to be your same old self anymore. You'll be better, so you'll be able to give better, and you'll enjoy it. That's the whole point, is that Spirit is trying to bring you into... I'm getting really hot, so I'm really on to something with that one. Spirit is trying to bring you into a place, a new stage in your life, where you have more joy, where there's more of you, where you can take up more room, where you're a greater version of yourself. Bringing more of your higher self into your physical self. This is what you came here for. This is a big step. This is a big one. A real big one. So, how to say goodbye in this case is by doing the funeral, speaking, sharing that truth, whatever it is, with whoever it needs to be shared with, and understanding that fear is a part of life. Fear is a part of growth. It is okay to be afraid. You can do the thing even if it's scary. And to realize that you're not going to lose control. You're not going to lose your free will. Even after the change, you're still going to have your footing. You're going to have more of a footing. You're going to feel stronger. You're going to feel like a more fuller version of yourself. And you'll be able to not only make choices, but you'll be able to make choices as your new self. And your new self will have more... It will be expanded, so there will be more of you to use to make better decisions moving forward. The incense went out. That's interesting. Spirit says not to pull any cards from this deck, that the vision card, the vision quest card is sufficient. Because this is the process that you are starting to move into. And this is like the death card. This is that transformation. It's the change. You're going through a major change. And you're probably fighting it. Which is the whole point of this message. The whole point of this reading. That it's something that you're getting spirit prompts about, but you're fighting it. But this is... It's in divine alignment. It's going to happen whether you want it to or not. And it's better to heed the advice that you're getting in this reading, if it resonates for you, to make it easier for you. Because when we push back against divinity, against things that are on schedule for our souls, when it's time for us to make a certain sort of change, and we push back against it and refuse, then that's when it becomes more like misery for us. We can make it more painful than it needs to be. It's better to just let go and flow and let the thing happen. So there is a lot of faith that's needed here, a lot of prayer, a lot of meditation, a lot of alignment, a lot of work on your chakras, a lot of just understanding that Spirit's got you. And as I said that, they're starting work outside, and you can probably hear that. So I'm taking that as a symbol that it's inner work. It's going to be inner work for you. And the best part about this is that Spirit is going to do this, a lot of this for you, if you just kind of let go and let yourself flow into it. It's like Spirit's got you. And that's really the best sort of transformation you can go through, because I've went through a lot of transformations where I've had to do all the work myself, and that shit is motherfucking hard. This is one of the easier ones where you can just sort of open yourself up and say, okay, I'm not gonna fight this anymore. I'm just gonna let this happen. And a lot of it will just pretty much happen on its own. Once you do, just a couple, like, simple things, like sharing this truth. Simple, maybe not easy. Or, doing the funeral thing, or whatever the things are that you're being guided to do, they're most likely not really difficult things, or they're most likely not really complex things. They're probably very simple. But once those things are done, it's like it's just going to kind of happen on its own. And then it's going to be like going down a water slide. Like, you have to actually sit down or getting on a roller coaster. You have to actually sit on the seat, or you actually have to sit on the slide and let yourself go, or let the ride begin. And then it's like you go through it. And then when it's over, you're on the other side of it, and you're changed because you've had a new exhilarating experience. This is a lot more intense than those things, but that's basically the same idea. So if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, you can reach me at starlilytarot@gmail.com. Thank you for liking the video, sharing the video, subscribing to the channel. All the information that you need about me is going to be in the description box below. Peace. I love y'all. See you later.